All right, welcome in the Chasing Chips podcast. It's Charles Dixon. I'm here with Josh. We're going to go into the Clippers, we're going to get into the Suns, we're going to get into the Kings, we're going to get into the Warriors, we're going to get into Ja Morant. We got a lot of things we're going to get to, get a quick 20 minutes, but we're going to get right into this. What was the biggest thing that you were annoyed with in basketball this week?
That I was annoyed with?
Yes.
I'd say just Dillon Brooks, just in general. Everything Dillon Brooks. It's annoying, but it's also kind of entertaining to watch, I'd say.
Yes.
I'm not as big of a hater to Dillon Brooks as I am like other obnoxious players like Pat Bev and stuff like that. Like, at least Dillon Brooks, I don't know. I think he's a better ball player than a Pat Bev, or like he at least is in my mind, a starting caliber player. So I'll give him that credit. But his shot is still ugly as fuck, and he still is not very good. Typically all the games where he's talking the most trash, he's like going like 4 for 17 on the field. And It's just funny how it works like that. But I don't know. I'm also not a big fan of the Warriors, so I love the fact that the Grizzlies continue to beat the Warriors. That's been really fun to watch.
That's only in the regular season, though. Regular season wins is cool. Right. We all want it because you want to do the standings. But I don't think I was I don't think it was half and half with the Clay counting the 1, 2, 3, 4. Because for me, I'm only annoyed.
It's getting corny, Clay.
I need him to come up with some new trash talk, even though that's like the ultimate trash talk. You can't say nothing back to that. If you ain't got no rings, but like. Come on, man. It's
getting corny. Like, we get it. We're talking about right now. Right now, y'all need to figure it out. Because any game that's not at home, y'all losing. So
they lost to us, the Clippers, and then they lost to the Hawks because Draymond was suspended that game, and it looked like they were going to win.
If you're losing to the jawless Grizzlies, it's a problem.
They're not bad. They're 9-8 without Ja this season, but last season they were really good.
You're the defending champs, though. You're the defending champs.
They're missing Andrew Wiggins, which is we're never gonna go down the road. The rumor people were coming up with for that, which was just the most wild shit on the internet. Like
what?
The whole rumor about Andrew Wiggins, about how his wife cheated on him with her with his best friend, and the 2 kids that is his is not his, is Mrs. Best Friend. That's the rumor that started because basketball Twitter was so thirsty for something, couldn't just have Wiggins just say it's a family matter, had to come up with something ridiculous. It's already been shot down by a close family member, but that family member's like, I cannot believe y'all came up with this. This is ridiculous. Like,
that's crazy.
He's just having some things going on. I think they said it's something with his daughter. The first thought I was like, prayers up to Andrew Wiggins. Hope his family is good. I hope he comes back like a Derek Fisher. You know what I'm saying? Like how remember the Derek Fisher story? He had to fly his daughter out to L.A. to get surgery. She got healthy. She got the surgery. Then he got on the plane, came back to the Utah Jazz game that same day. Hit a game-winning 3 in the corner, and then in free agency, left the Jazz and signed with the Lakers and won 2 more championships. So that is.
You always want this happy-go-lucky scenario to unravel, and I appreciate you for that. It's a breath of fresh air. But I also don't want any more success for the Warriors. I don't really care. So I hope, with all due respect, I hope Andrew Wiggins and his family figure that out, whatever it is, and I wish him nothing but the best. But if it results in Warriors success, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not going to pretend. All right.
Yeah, it's not a pretend. Man. I hear you on that one, man. Like I want these things to happen, but like Warriors winning again, and we're just having our hater moment right now. They win a lot, man. They just keep winning. So
they keep on buying wins. They spend a lot of money. Like last year, they spent the most money out of any NBA team.
Here we go.
That's going to result in depth, and you're going to win. That's how it is. And when you have the baby, the baby assassin and the best shooter ever in the NBA?
Yes, he's the best shooter ever. And I don't know. I'm
not providing excuses for the Warriors. I'm just saying that like they spent a lot of money last year, the most out of any NBA team, NBA franchise, and they want to ship. That's great. Go ahead. But I'm not trying to have that dynasty continue. It's over. I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. Let's have someone else come in and win this championship.
Who you gonna win? Who's gonna win this championship?
Go
ahead. Who's gonna win the championship? What's up? Come on. Stake the flag in the ground. Where you at?
My biased opinion is obviously the Suns. But, okay, if we're not talking about the Suns, and I'll remove my bias and remove the Suns from the equation, I'd like to see either the Clippers or the Nuggets win in the West. And in the East, I'd like to see the Sixers win, personally. And then out of those franchises, whatever, I don't care. Who wins it all.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to see the Clippers win and the Suns. That is it. Other than that,
it's looking like
I do like the Sixers winning, but I'm more inclined for Embiid to get the MVP other than the Sixers winning. I kind of like Giannis winning chips. I really enjoy watching Giannis. He's just so honorable. Like just his quote this week about how I'm not as talented as Steph. I'm not as talented as Braun. I just work very, very hard. And he even said that winning championships is better than sex. You know what I'm saying? It got to that point. Like it feels that good. So, and I might have got them. Hopefully, it was talking about championships, not just games. Winning, but
winning games, winning single games.
I don't know.
There's enough games out there, I think.
Yeah, there's enough games out there.
But I'd say that Giannis is humble, but he won his championship. I'm tired of that now.
What?
I'm over. On to new things.
So why didn't I'm sorry, I'm good on the Nuggets winning the chip. I don't agree with you on that one though.
Why? Just to kind of like quiet the Jokic haters, I feel. That'd be nice to have the Nuggets win. I mean, granted, I don't want any team from the West except for the Suns to win it. But taking the Suns out of the equation, then the Nuggets winning, because I feel like they are a quality constructed team and they balance each other out, And I'm a big fan of Aaron Gordon, and they play like good basketball. They play good defense for the most part, except for Jokic, I guess. And they are just a well-rounded team, and I love to see well-rounded teams win the championship as opposed to just like having one star kind of carry the whole entire franchise.
I don't think anybody has one star anymore, but I understand where you're coming from. But yeah,
Warriors and Steph. If Steph isn't playing well, then the Warriors won't do shit.
I disagree. I think it's Steph and Clay have to play well for them to win chips. Steph can't win a chip by himself. No one in this league can win a chip by himself. There's no one superstar can win the chip by himself anymore. That's not even a thing anymore.
That's fair.
It can't happen. You got to be Superman.
You need duo, and you need
at least look at the league now is very balanced. I feel like it's super balanced because and I'm not going to try to make excuses for the Clippers losing to the Magic, but it's like it really is like you can lose on any given night. It's almost like in football, if you're not playing well, you can lose that Sunday. Because so many factors in football. I think it didn't used to be like that in the NBA. It used to be like, hey, if you're playing a bad team, you could take the night off and still win. And that's what a lot of these games that good teams have lost. I feel like taking days off, somebody sitting out, and all this stuff. AD sat out against the Rockets. The Lakers lost to the Rockets. The Lakers should have clearly beat the Rockets.
Looking good, Lakers. Not looking good.
Yeah, not looking good. You guys are dropped very, very out of the picture right now.
You know what's also surprising?
Wait. But I feel like the team like the Magic who are young, they just have this like go mentality. They're just gonna go, and they got a lot of guys that can go, and even to the point of like Detroit. I've watched a few Detroit games since Wiseman got there, and they look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but they're not good enough, obviously, to make the playoffs or anything like that. But there's a promise there. They're missing Cade all the year, and they were looking good last year, and people were talking about them going to be better. Now they got Cade, Wiseman,
last year.
They were looking.
They got a lot of unproven players.
Promising. You know what I'm saying? They look like they in 2 or 3 years they can be good. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's everybody's an NBA player. Obviously, they made the NBA. They're great players in their own right. But if you go to sleep and take a day off or go out that night and think you're just going to walk over a team, I don't think there's a team in the league you're going to walk over, because the Rockets have like the best record against the top 5 teams, right? They've beat every top team in the league.
Well, it's because they're so streaky, you know.
They are, but
if they're all hitting at the same time, then they're really tough. But that's the thing, is that they're all inconsistent. And you don't have you got a lot of players that are very streaky on that team. One thing that's surprising to me right now, if we're going to talk about NBA standings, is who would have thought that the Pelicans might not even make the play-in?
Man,
that's rough.
That's crazy.
Because healthy, that team is kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
You know?
We all know when you mean healthy, we all know who we talking about. Zion.
Well, I mean, Brandon Ingram was out for like 3 months for toe turf.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but they kind of floated during that time. They were still like in the playoffs. He came back.
They floated down.
They went worse. Yeah, they got I mean, they were great, and then Brandon Ingram went out and they were bad. And then Zion went out. Yo, the toe is nothing to play with, dog.
I get it, but I'm just like,
I'm sorry. It's just personally, I have turf toe.
Yeah.
I'm not an NBA player, so I can't get it fixed immediately and with the greatest doctors in the world. And because if you get turf toe and you get it fixed, you have to be in a boot. I got to evaluate. I have to be in a boot for like 3 months. And I just ain't got time for that.
I'm unaware of the pain from the toe, but
it is. It's painful, man.
Surprising that they need to be out for that long, because so far, I mean, it kind of ruined their season, to be honest. I feel like if Brandon Ingram would have been able to play, that they would not be floating near the bottom 4 right now. But
for sure.
You know, who am I to judge someone based off of their injury or the severity? I mean,
it's just a bad season. Just one of those 2 guys that we always talk about. Could they stay healthy? And they didn't. It's always been like that. CJ McCollum's going to be healthy. We all know that. But it's always a question mark, just like it is for the Clippers. Are they going to be healthy? And if they're healthy, they're good. And it's the same thing for the Pelicans. Are they going to be healthy? And if they're healthy, they're good. That's as simple as that.
So who do you think is going to get that 10th spot right now in the West?
Man, I think the league wants the Jazz. I think the West wants the Jazz to get it.
You think the league wants the Jazz? No, the league wants the Lakers.
The league wants the Lakers to get it. The West teams want the Jazz to get it because LeBron coming back and AD, that team is dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm worried about the
LeBron.
Timberwolves.
You don't know what you're going to get.
I'm worried about the Timberwolves falling off.
Anthony Edwards just hurt his ankle.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards hurt his ankle.
Sure. He was the only one holding him
unless Rudy Gobert is going to get you 25
man,
tonight.
Stop it. I'm going to cut this off. Let's not talk about this guy that just keeps walking around messing up franchises. I'm just saying, he's just walking around tearing franchises. Franchises like, I believe in you.
Rudy,
we shouldn't have believed in you.
An offensive game, please. Yeah. I really thought that they could have done something with Rudy, but apparently not.
I don't. I mean, also, we will say that Cat is out. We will say Cat is out though. Yeah. Cat is not playing, so
that's fair.
We will say if Cat was playing, because it was just Cat and Anthony, they made the playoffs. I mean, they made the play-in, beat the Clippers, and made the playoffs, and gave Memphis the run for their money during that time. So I don't know exactly what the Minnesota Timberwolves look like. I think coming in the next year, because they'll have training camp, which I feel like that'll help them mold, because the beginning of your Timberwolves were terrible. So
that's just a lot of money you're spending on a team that might not even make the play-in, but it's okay. Well, I guess you'll figure it out.
Hey man, scared money don't make no money, man. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. So
and then, it's looking like it's looking like the Suns are going to play the Clippers right now.
Right. Yes.
Are you scared of like, who do you want to match up against the most?
I want Memphis or the Kings.
Memphis or the Kings.
I think they're just easier. I think we can match up. I know there's like the grit of both those teams, the speed, the young But that's the biggest thing that I'm holding on to.
Yeah.
They're young.
I'd love to not play the
Kings
Clippers
have
in
more
the first round.
veterans on the team that have been in the playoffs than Memphis. So I think I would want to play a Memphis team that's mentally just all over the place. I'm not going to say I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be honest. Just Suns are scary. I'm just not trying to see KD's a plug and play type of guy. I'm sorry. I don't want to see y'all in the first round. But if we have to, it is what it is. But I don't. Yeah. I don't.
I don't want to see the Clippers either in the first round. I'd prefer not to see the Clippers. And I'd rather play the Mavs out of anyone just to get a rematch, and then also
that rematch.
Just because I think that we can beat them, no problem.
For sure.
Definitely don't want to play the Warriors. Definitely don't want to play the Clippers. Everyone else I'm fine with.
I mean, you got to think about it. If it's the Warriors without Andrew Wiggins, I would love to play the Warriors. Tough.
I wouldn't. I just don't like. I feel like they are tough, really tough whenever they're hitting.
They are, but you're not going to get. Our game against them was tough, but Steph was scored 50 on 71% shooting. Like 71% shooting is wild.
Mm-hmm.
That is a wild stat line. But he is the greatest shooter of all time. So I mean, it's going to happen. And you're going to get them nights. But if there's no Andrew Wiggins, I won't play the Warriors. If I'm up top looking down, I'm like, oh, I want to play the Warriors with no Andrew Wiggins. With Andrew Wiggins is another problem because Andrew Wiggins is their prime defender, not Clay anymore.
Well, where's Gary Payton? Is he out?
And he's out. I think they said he might be coming back, but then he's still a question mark. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. I forgot about Gary, man. I forgot.
Yeah. I think he's hurt though. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They're missing their two prime defenders. The thing about the Warriors is that their offense is so good that if their defense is decent, then it makes a lot of trouble for teams. But their defense ain't been decent. It's been just bad. But
true.
One of the other things do you believe in the Kings?
Personally, no.
You don't want to light the beam?
No. I believe that they're good, but do I believe that they are the stronger of the teams in the playoffs? No. Is that your question? Because I'm giving them credit. They're number 2 in the West right now. They've been playing good basketball. I like all the players on that team for sure. But am I intimidated by them over other teams in the playoffs? The answer is no. Because they don't have much experience right now in the playoffs. And I think that they are missing a star. Like I'm not saying that DeAaron Fox and Sabonis aren't aren't all-star worthy. I'm just saying that remember we talked about last time that tier A category? They're missing that tier A player. Like the LeBron, KD, Jokic, Kawhi Leonard, Luka Doncic. Like they have 2 solid tier B players in De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis.
Disagree.
Really? Okay, so you would put De'Aaron Fox? Which one is it?
I think De'Aaron Fox is a superstar. I think he is.
You put him in the Luka category? You put him in the KD category?
I think he just got in there.
Stop. You're crazy.
I think he stepped his foot. I think his foot is in there. I think he is. Why? That boy is good. He's good. But I'm not saying he's not good. Every superstar in the league says one thing. You ask them, who's the fastest point guard in the league? De'Aaron Fox. That automatically puts you in a league above you. That means
just because you're fast.
And that was just before he was actually doing what he's doing this year, hitting shots. He has the best clutch points. He's great in the clutch, which is another superstar trait. You have to be great in the clutch to be a superstar. You have to want the ball at the end, and he wants the ball, and he's knocking down those shots. So I believe De'Aaron Fox is that guy.
He's he's playing great. I'm not saying that he's not playing great in the regular season. Just show me in the playoffs. Show me in the playoffs once, and then I'll agree with you. But maybe prove me wrong. I mean, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm about to say I can't really say none of that, but he finally. I mean, it's been 16 years since the Kings made the playoffs. They finally make it. They're gonna get home court, which I think.
Yeah.
Again, as much as I said earlier on this podcast that I want to see the Kings, I would rather see Memphis. But the Kings,
the guy's shooting a career 32% from three, and this year shooting 33%. I mean, he's got clear holes in his game. Yes. I wouldn't call him like a tier A superstar. I would never put him in the category of like a Luka or KD or a Jokic, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you need a tier A to win a championship.
You need like a Giannis, a Joel Embiid. This is his coming out party. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I said he put his foot. He has got the door is ajar. He is walking into the superstar club. He's about to be there. This is his coming out party. Yeah. I believe
De'Aaron Fox is like that.
I think he like that. Looky here, man. He like that, man. Like, it's crazy how he's developed. It's something about being clutch to me. Like, it's very important for a superstar to be clutch. It's very important to win the ball at the end. You know what I'm saying? And he wants it, and he's making them. And I'm going to lean on that. I understand his 3-point percentage is that he's not the greatest shooter in the world, but there's no need to shoot if you're a blur. You know what I mean?
I don't know. There's just so many other players I would rather have over De'Aaron Fox. I'm sorry. Like,
yes.
And to put him in a tier A, like, I would. There's just so many other players that I think are better. And that kind of drives home my point, is that you need one of those like top 15 players in order to win a championship.
But how do you get in the tier A? You get in the tier A, but obviously you're talented, right? We all know you're talented, right? But to get in the tier A is proving yourself in the playoffs, doing something wild in the playoffs. Now, do you need to necessarily win a championship to be in tier A? No, Luka, Jokic, but Luka goes crazy in the playoffs every single year. But has he, he finally made to the conference finals this past year. You know what I mean? And now, he was already a star. He was already a growing star. Everybody thought he was super talented, but now he's like a superstar. But to become a superstar, you need to win. You need to get there. You
so
need
that's
to get
what's
to the
missing.
Finals.
So you're saying he's going to accomplish that this year?
I think the Kings will accomplish that this year. I think the Kings get to the conference finals.
Okay.
I do. I honestly just came up with that right now. I did not know I felt that way till right. Like I
know you felt that way either.
Watched a lot of Kings games these past like 2 weeks, and I'm watching them and I'm looking at I'm watching a bunch of basketball now, but like even more than I used to. But now I'm like, man, this team is something else. Like, they got the grit, they got the grind, they got the veterans. You know what I'm saying? Let's not sleep on Harrison Barnes, man. Let's not sleep on what he's doing there. Be sticking it out there, not asking to be traded. Being a guy that's just, in the room, has a championship mentality, has won a chip. It's not like he ain't got no chips.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, like, they have a championship guy in the room. They got gritty
Harrison
young
Barnes,
cats.
the championship guy in the room. Got it.
I mean, it is what it. Hey, look here.
All right. No, continue. I'm gonna let you go.
Great number two. Sabonis is a solidified number two. Like I said, that's what I believe is what you need in the playoffs. A guy that knows he's a two and knows how to rock his two very, very well, like a Chris Middleton. I think he's a great number two. Like, he knows he's the number two.
Yeah.
He knows what he needs to do and does it at the highest level possible. And that's what I got, man.
I mean, if they make it to the Western Conference Finals, that's pretty impressive, and I'll give De'Aaron Fox his flowers. I still probably wouldn't put him in the superstar tier A category, but who knows? Anything can happen. But I will say that things typically take time, and for the Kings to just all of a sudden be this good because they added Malik Monk and Sabonis, like, I don't know. I'm a little skeptical.
Brown,
I'm a little skeptical.
Hold on now. Mike Brown, Coach of the Year, Mike Brown. Go ahead. There we go. Yeah, don't sleep. Mike Brown is doing his.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, Mike Brown, great. Cool. I just still don't think that they're a very dangerous team compared to the rest of the teams in the West. Like I would put Kings in the bottom half.
Bottom,
sure.
bro. Look here. Your assignment this week is to watch some Kings games.
I've watched Kings games.
Well, how you going at the bottom?
Yeah. I mean, the West is tough.
They right.
So let me go here. Do you think the Clippers or do you think the Kings are better than the Warriors?
Yes.
So you think that they would win against the Warriors in
the currently constructed Warriors? Yes, they will beat the Warriors. Warriors are not winning in Sacramento, and I think the Kings win one in Golden State.
Do you think the Kings could beat the Lakers in a 7-game series?
Oh yes, for sure. Not even yes.
For sure. Okay.
For sure.
I think that would be actually even the Lakers, yes. If LeBron comes back,
yes.
The healthy Lakers, you think that they would the Kings would still beat them in a series?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Mavericks, do you think that they'd beat the Mavericks in a
for sure.
series?
The Mavericks, come on, man. Stop doing that. Don't ask me about the Mavs. They ain't gonna play no defense. The Mavs won by luck against the Lakers the other day. No, not luck. Luck's name is Anthony Davis. Fouled a 3-point shooter and then
that was dumb.
Missed the free throw, and then
was caught in no man's land.
Right.
Yeah.
That was just a rough. Woo! They were cussing him out, but yeah, man, I think yes.
Well, you know that they're not better than the Nuggets. Well, okay. How about this? The Grizzlies and the Kings. Who do you think is better?
Oh, the Kings for sure.
Okay, interesting. Wow. So you're hyped
I don't trust
the Kings.
I'm hyped, man, because mentally they're just mentally sound. They play defense. Yeah. They're clutch. They're fast. They score a bunch. They lead the league in points per game as a team. So it's like if you can't sleep, you can't take a break. They score the fastest in the league. Like you can't take a break. Like it's if you beat them, it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy out. Like that's what I'm trying to see. I understand you put them at the bottom. That's fine, but it's not an easy out. I don't think the Kings are. And playing in Sacramento is gonna be tough.
I don't know. I just think that
it'll be loud in there.
I think that they are a traditional kind of like good team, good regular season team because they have above average players all around. But again, I think they're missing that superstar. And I think that's going to ultimately be their kryptonite. Similar to like how the Jazz were way back and when Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley, they were missing that kind of like superstar talent. And
the only difference I would say is that team chemistry was not good. You know what I'm saying? Since COVID happened, Donovan and Rudy, we heard the grapevine, didn't like each other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I think that's fair. I think everyone likes each other.
Out of all the teams playing right now, the top three teams in team chemistry that are just like they love playing with each other is the Kings are number one. I think the Clippers are 2 because they've played with each other for longer. They play with each other the longest. They haven't had a lot.
No team that has Kawhi
I'm gonna go with the Lakers on chemistry, but because how they
you think the Clippers have chemistry like with Kawhi.
I think let me say this: it's a huge gap. Like I think the Kings team chemistry is like I think the light the beam thing is the greatest thing to come up with for a team right now. They believe in that. They believe in themselves. They look like they're having fun. They haven't had too many injuries. They've been playing with each other all season. Like they're the only team that's been playing with each other. I feel like their starters have started more than any other starters other than the Nuggets probably. But the Nuggets are limping into the playoffs. So the Kings are on a winning streak. They're in the second place. They low-key people. They could take first place. They keep playing how they're playing.
No, they're not taking.
How many games do we have in first place?
4.
They got like 12 games left.
Yeah.
12 games left, and Nuggets ain't playing well. So Nuggets
they're not playing well. That's for sure.
Nuggets keep losing, and Kings keep winning.
I'm skeptical, but you heard it. You heard it here.
Yep.
Charles he's hyped on the Kings. I'd say I'm not so hyped on them. but I have been proven wrong in the past, so I'm okay with that. We'll see.
We'll see. But appreciate y'all hanging with us on Chasing Chips Podcast. Once again, please follow us on all social media. I'm Arena of the Mind. This is Davis Joshua _ and on Twitter, and follow us on Chasing Chips on Instagram and share the pod. And appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Last words, Josh.
Go Kings, light the beam.